Hello, Maurieo! In this video I'm going to take a look at radical surds, which is worksheet SS055 in my series of worksheets. So let's get the worksheet up there and see what it is we're dealing with. And this is the worksheet of radical surds. But before we go too much further, what is a radical and what is a surd? So a little search on the internet and the definitions there comes up with this here as the definition of a radical, and it's an expression that has a square root, cubed root. Essentially this little tick here that we associate on our calculators with square roots when it doesn't have a number, but can also be associated with cubed roots, fifth roots, the 12th root, or the 422nd root. Anyway, here we have a sort of algebraic radical. We're going to be looking with just pure numbers. So this inside here, the bit that we're cubed rooting, is called the radicand. The little symbol, the radical symbol, and the 3 is called the index. So this little thing here, we could say that is the cubed root of x minus 4. Now, so that's your radical, and what is your surd? A number that can't be simplified to remove a square root or cubed root. So examples are the square root of 2. It can't be simplified further, so it's a surd. That means it's an irrational number. The square root of 2 is 1.41, and the decimals go on and on, just like pi is an irrational number. The square root of 4, however, can be simplified to 2. So it's not a surd, it's a radicand but not a surd. Square root of 2 is both a surd and a radical, sorry. Square root of 4 is a radical but not a surd. Alright, so now that we've got that information, let's see if we can get back to our worksheet here and get some of these things sorted. Oh, we're going to need a calculator to do this, I fear. Okay, so first one up, 7 to the power of 3. So we just push our 7 button, and then this little x to the blank there, 7, and then we can put 3 in there, and we just push equals 343. 7 to the power of 3. Okay, now this next one, the cubed root of 125. Slightly different format there. We go shift and use that upper one there, and we get these 2. So we want to find the cubed root. Now to move to the number, we've got to push the little button here, 125. So we can see it expressed there as the cubed root of 125, and we just push equals, and there's 5. Here we've got, oops, I've just got rid of the calculator. Here we've got ones with decimals, so not quite as easy to work out. In your head, 1.46. Okay, x to the power of 3 equals 3.112136. Cubed root of 5.64. So again, a slightly different workflow for this one here. We want the cubed root, push the little button, 5.64. Ooh, 64 equals 1.78 00269091. Okay, getting a bit tricky now. 16 to the half. Now when they're to the half, I think you'll find that that actually means the square root of 16 to the half. So the square root of 16 is actually 4. But if we go 16, and I think we've actually usually have a square root there. I think we can just push that one. Square root, oh, no, let's go here. Square root of 16 equals, we know that's equal to 4. But if we go using 16 to the power of a half, 16, and then we're going to use this to the power of, x to the power of a half, or we could go 1, we can either put 0.5, 1 divided by 2 is a half, equals 4. So that's the same as taking the square root. So it's the 1 over. Now, 4 to the negative a half, that's a bit interesting. That would be 1 over the square root of 4, which would be, I'm predicting a half, that one. So that would be to the negative 4. So that would be x, so that would be 4 here. And then we can go to the power of, and then we can go negative, or let's go 0.5, 0.5 for that one. Or we could go 1 divided by 2, as I did previously, equals. And the answer there is actually a half, because that is, the negative makes it go 1 over the square root of 2. And that's a half, and then we can push this button here to give that as a decimal, 0.5. Now this one here, oops, I keep getting rid of the old calculator. 8 to the power of 2/3, so that's 8 to the power of, and then we can either go 2 divided by 3, so we can do the arithmetic in the little thing there, and that's 4. 8 to the, so that's 8 squared, the cubed root of 8 squared, which is 4 times 4 is 16, 4 16s is, what am I saying? The answer, that's 4. That's the square root of 8 cubed, so 8 eighths is 64. So, no, the cubed root of 8 squared. So that's, yeah, so 8 squared is 64, and 4 cubed, 4 times 4 is 16, times 4 is 64. Okay, so then we've got this one here, a bit of a power one there. Let's go 15.476 to the power of 3.5 equals 14581.61152. So we can see that there's quite a variety of things here. They all have various meanings. 169 to the power of 2 over 5 means the fifth root of 169 squared is what that actually means. But to do that, all we need to do is go 169 to the power of 2 divided by 5 equals 7.783137. So with the calculator, obviously, these things are sort of demystified. This one here, square root of 88, we can just go like, push the square root button, 88 equals, and that's given it as a sort of a surd there, and we can then push that button there, 9.3808315. If we wanted to, we could do the square root of 88 using the power button here. So we could go 88 square root, and then to find the square root of it, we could just, the square root is to the power of a half. So we could just go 1 divided by 2. We should get the same answer. 9.3808315. So, yeah, pretty simple stuff. So once you've got that calculator going and you've got those all working for you, yeah, I'd suggest you go. I'll just do one more, 32.7 to the power of -5, all clear. Let's go 32.7 x to the power of -5 equals 614 times 10 to the power of -8. I don't know if we can do it as a decimal here. No. But, yep, all good. Cheers. See you.